Check, check, check. All right. Hello, chat. Hello, everybody. We're here. We're live, and we're doing a little something different than normal. We're actually doing a little bit of a music stream, not a DJ stream, as we've done in the past with our music streams, but oh, I think my gate is too aggressive again. Oh, there we go. We'll make it less aggressive. But you know, one of these little more free-flowing music stream as opposed to a DJ stream proper. So here we are, getting after it. All right. So the goal of this stream is I've got this here M8 tracker. And basically, I've also got the manual here. And we're just gonna learn how to use this thing. So I figured, I'm already doing this. I could, I suppose, do it not live, but I figured I would do it live because why not? Let me see if I can find. I was working on a project earlier. There it is. The one I started the stream with is like a demo. But we've got this fun little thing. Not much going on with it. Not much going on with it, Yo, what's good, Chad Wolf? How you doing? I don't know why it looks the way it looks. I don't know if it's supposed to look that way. I wonder, let me look real quick at the... I just gotta look at this real quick. Real quick, let me just make sure I have this set up right, because it's looking a little weird. Let's see. This is not what I'm wanting. I want there's a different repo I need. There we go. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Actually, I'm curious if I just go to the website. I do resources and downloads, web-based. Connect. Oh, now it looks right. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why it looked. Why is the one I have installed wrong? I have one local that I was running, but that one didn't want to work. So I use this one, the one that's hosted on their website instead. That should be interesting enough. And collaborating with my friends, getting awesome gameplays. Nice. That's always good to hear. That's always a good time, Doing good things with the homies, making new homies. What is this? That It's always good when you're either making new homies or chilling with existing homies, you know? It's a vibe. Okay. Chad Wolf with the first. Yo, yo, yo. All right. So I've played around with it a little bit, and it's like somewhat, it's whatever, you know? It's got like this that I have here is essentially what I came up with playing around with it. Oh. Does it not like that view? Maybe not. I guess it can't do the wave. I guess it can't do the waveform view. While you've got it on here. It did on the device, but it didn't work in the little browser guy. So you know, from that playing around, I have like some idea, you know, of like what's going on. But I want to learn more because I feel like there's more that's possible if only I would put in the time to learn it. So here we've got the manual. We're just gonna read through this together, chat. I'm gonna read through this as a party, so to speak. All right. 8-track sequencer and synthesizer. It is interesting that this bit here about top to bottom, as opposed to left to right, or notes from top to bottom and then tracks from left to right. It's kind of interesting because it's somewhat the opposite of like live, right? Where you basically have your, you know, tracks from top to bottom and then your, you know, notes or whatever from left to right. It's kind of interesting that this is different. Also interesting that it's like using hex characters in a very pretty cool way, I would say. And then yeah, this is kind of like where it's very different from anything I've used before, the song structure aspect. You have your song, and you have chains, and then you have phrases. And then you have instruments and tables. And tables is like, I don't really understand. I've been playing around with it a little bit, but it's a very different, like, conceptual thing, I think. Also, hold on. I'll be right back, chat. I always forget to turn on my AC before I start my stream. And then it gets hot. I've got this bright ass light in front of me, and then I've got all my computer shit on, and it just gets really warm. So I gotta remember to have to actually remember to turn on the AC so I don't burn to death. So let me close these. Yeah, this is cool, you know. Songs, chains, and then in your chains you have your phrases, and then in your phrases you have your notes. And it's cool too because you have like your effects, and I'm assuming you could apply like 3 different effects per note, I guess, per note in a phrase, per step. You know, if we were thinking about like a step sequencer, if you were to put it in those terms. And then this is kind of interesting too, just how you navigate it. Again, I at first it's like, it is a little different, but as I was playing with it, I'm like, this is actually like somewhat intuitive, you know? It's more intuitive than I thought it would be. And that feeling in summer here in Arizona, especially VR Beat Saber. Yeah. Oh yeah, I couldn't even imagine trying to do something like a workout on stream with a headset on. Definitely would be sweat city for sure. All right. Navigation, I kind of have a sense of. I don't think there's anything here that I need to really think too much about. Key combinations, shortcuts for the most part, they're shared. I don't know this. Shift direction, yeah, know that. Option is sort of like no. Edit an option. Select a highlighted parameter to the default. Oh, interesting. X is a cut operation. And then I think it's cool how, depending on what view you're on, if you hit play, you see like it plays whatever is there for that view. I think that's pretty sick. I think that's pretty sick, personally. Also, really sick that they've got this like web-based view. If I were to do something like this with one of my other like instruments, like the Digitact or something, I'd have to find a way to get like a top-down camera or something so I could actually see it. I guess you could use Overbridge, maybe that would work, but this is cool that it like works. Like as I'm moving on the hardware, it actually is moving here as well. I kind of like that. I kind of fuck with it. All right, where'd the manual go? It disappeared on me. There it is. Editing shortcuts. These are, I think I know already. I think I've kind of just figured this out from pressing buttons. Anytime I get something physical that's like a thing to play with, or an instrument or whatever, I just push buttons and see what happens. You just push buttons, see what happens. One thing I didn't see is like an undo, you know? Like a Control Z. I don't see anything that says undo just yet. Option in selection mode. Oh wait, so how do you go into selection mode? In any view with a grid, paste the copied contents, or no. Enter selection mode, Shift plus Option. Okay. And then you hit Option to copy. And then on any view with a grid, paste the copied contents. All right, so let's paste this line. Let's practice this. Take this, we copy it. We'll put it here. Is it just Option or is it Shift Option again? Oh, Shift Edit. Oh, neat. That's cool. So I could do like, why are they not all in sync? Oh, you know what? This needs to be a, I was watching a tutorial someone made, and I'm starting to understand something they mentioned. Just having like an empty thing. If I want that to be like empty space. Are these not the same length? They're not. I could make it the same though. There we go. Now they'll move together. That's an interesting one. Ah, okay. I get it. I like it. Although, okay, hold on. I'll just make this an empty one. There we go. Essentially what I want is I want it to, oh, wrong one. I want it to move. Actually, do I even need to do that way? I don't think I do. Can I just do this? And then oh wait. Okay, I can't do it that way. I can't. See, this is why we push buttons, chat, and we just learn. We learn through trial and error. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like it when I try to put it in waveform view. I wonder then, okay, so if the chain is the same. If I wanted to put, okay, so something that I'm curious about is like if I wanted to vary this chain, like have it be mostly the same, but slightly different. Like if I go, oops. I make this like this. Yeah, then there's no phrase here. Wait, but if I do this, that's the same one though, right? I'd have to do like a wait, where'd it go? Yo, what's good, Warshak? How you doing? Oh, it's on phrase 0, not on phrase 10. There we go. And then we do this. Whoa. Whoa. Option to copy it. And I'll go back. Then I want to come here to this one. And then instead of 0, I'll put it on fucking 1, I guess. Because I don't think there's anything on that. There we go. Let me come here, shift edit. Boom. I'm good. I've never heard of this program. What are we doing? It's not a program. It's a physical device, and this view is just how you see the device on my computer. So if I hold it up, this is the actual device. And so I think I have the controls hidden. Oh, is that why the view was messed up? Hold on, let me see if I can turn them back on. Show controls. Oh, neat. I don't know if I'm going to keep them on, but basically the buttons there at the bottom are the same as the buttons in the in this view. So it's just an easier way to see what I'm doing without me. I wish I could I want to keep the controls on, but then it gets like real tiny, the actual screen itself. So maybe it's more important to see what the screen is showing than the buttons I'm pressing. Like a MIDI controller? Yes, actually. So this device, it's the M8. It's an M8 tracker by this company called Dirtywave, which I was learning today. Apparently, it's like a one-man operation essentially, which is kind of cool. I think originally, the intent behind this device was actually to be able to sequence like other gear with it as like just a MIDI controller. But over time, it basically just became. I mean, that's what I'm pretty sure that's in the manual. Hold on, at the beginning of the manual, it describes this in the little introduction. Like, yeah, originally the plan was to have basic, simple playback MIDI, and then a version of a chiptune synth, and then eventually it evolved into like the device as it is today, where it's got all these other synths in it and instruments, and you can do like all kinds of crazy shit. So the reason I got it is because I have a variety of like musical devices, instruments, whether that's my like a keyboard, Yamaha keyboard, or like the Electron Digitact. The problem with those things, beloved though they are, is they're not super portable. And so actually when I went to Frosty Fastings earlier, or at the end of January, I was debating whether or not I wanted to bring something of one of those with me, just to for the plane and in downtime or whatever. And I didn't, because it's too big, all of it. I mean, even the Digitact it's not big, but it's like it's not small either. It's like in the middle. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to bring that. And then I probably even worse than the size, because the size is really not that bad, is that it's not battery powered. This is just like this is the whole thing, like there's no, this cable that you see at the top is just what's connected to the computer, so you can see this view in the browser. But the whole thing is here, and it's battery powered, and so that's cool because it means that it's like infinitely more portable while being like similarly capable. And as much as I love sitting here, where I stream at my desk, which is also where I like to make music and do all the other stuff, as much as it's great to sit here, part of the reason I got physical stuff anyway, outside of just working in a DAW, is I like being able to touch things and let the tactile feel of whatever I'm doing guide what I'm doing. But also, in theory, I'd be able to like go places that are not right here at my desk. Like if I wanted to I don't know, go out on like go to a park or something and work on an idea. And then the challenge is if I'm using one of the other instruments, because they're not acoustic, then I have to figure out how I'm going to power them, right? So again, the Digitact is not super big, it's like this big. Oops, I accidentally hit play. It's not super big. It's like, this big. It's a relatively small. I mean, I'd grab it, but it's over there. So the size is less the problem than how I would power it if I was just like out and about. With this, it's battery powered and it's portable. It's got good sound. It's got a like nice bright screen that I'm sure works well outdoors. I haven't actually tried. I haven't actually taken it outside yet, so maybe I should. I just got it yesterday, so it just came in the mail yesterday. But yeah, but it is very different. This is like this method of like doing stuff is very, very different than something like this. This I've been doing, using a DAW I've been doing since 2012. That's when I first got my first DAW. So I like know a lot more about how to do this. And like I could, do it in my sleep essentially. This is much more different for me. So a lot of what I'm trying to figure out is just like, how do I do things that I already know how to do in, this on this little device? And then I can start to like, again, on the go, capture more ideas. Sometimes if I'm out and about and I have an idea, and it's like, I gotta like try to like, I don't know, remember it until I get to a place where I can actually have an instrument to use. Whereas with this, it's like, I can just like whip this out in theory if I have it with me, and then just, sketch out something. Like even just this. I was playing with it earlier and I'm like, let me just literally just like put in some random notes, see what sounds good. I don't even know that this sounds good, but I found this here. Can I stop it from here? I can. I hit play on the stream. Oh, I can't. I go here. I don't know what instrument. I don't know where I found this. Macrosyn plucked. All right, hold on. Maybe I can re-find it in this. Must be synth, right? Oh, it's this, I think. Or it's this. No, it's not. It's this one. Maybe. It's one of these. I was like, oh, that's a cool little instrument. Let me put together something. And then once I loaded it, then there actually have to be notes on the thing. So then I was like, all right, C4 is a good note. Let's just put that in. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You can preview it. See, the other thing, this device is like super intuitive. Like, I didn't even know. I was like, how do I preview this? There's just this note. Like, I hit play, plays the whole phrase, and I can just press this edit button, and it'll play this note. So yeah, I was like, let me just put in some notes real quick. Laughing Man collab with Laughing Jan. Yeah, it's an experiment. Aqua Snapple. Normally, so I used to do streams like this on Laughing Man, the main channel. But now that I have this second DJ channel, I'm like, I guess I should do it there, just for the thematic similarity. But also, why not also do it on Laughing Man? It's less challenging than like an actual DJ stream because there's no copyright music here. I'm just making my own music, so theoretically everything I do on this stream is original and not copyright, so it doesn't matter which channel it goes on. So I've been curious to try doing both at the same time. Like I've debated using both for some certain things, but that's silly. It's kind of worthless. There's literally no value to that. It's mostly just me being curious. Mostly curious how hard it is to set up. It was easier than I thought it would be. The harder thing actually was it's been so long since I've done a music stream of this time that I just completely forgot how I had it set up audio wise. And it was like, if you look at my desk right now, it's a nightmare in terms of cables, because before my setup was just so different when I did them before. Like I had a different mixer and I had to have cables in different places. So I had to figure out how to get all the audio to the right place. And I wanted to solve for, like, obviously there's this thing that we're doing here. This is easy because it's in a browser and I can just be like, yo, send this browser to my audio interface and then to the stream. But if I did someday want to like do a stream here in Ableton, working on something in here, this was the harder thing to figure out. Not because it's hard, but just because the way my setup was before, and the way my setup is normally for my stream, it's just not designed to be able to do this. And even there was like an easier way to do it, but if I did it the easier way, there'd be like really bad audio latency for me, which is really bad. So it's fine if there's audio latency for the stream, because from like the stream magic, you guys don't necessarily know, you know, if I press this button on my keyboard, which makes this piano noise, you guys don't know that there's a button press necessarily, like you do, but all you're hearing is the sound. Whereas for me, if there's too big of a gap between me pressing this button and the sound that I hear, that's just harder to do everything. So, do you have to have an internet connection for the device to work, or is it just a local web server? I mean, it's literally it's literally plugged in. So at the top, I have let me pick the at the top I have this USB-C cable. Literally, this cable is plugged into my computer, and then the browser is it's able to connect that way. When I first plugged it in, there was this pop-up the browser had that's like, hey, connect to this. Maybe I can show it. Yeah, it's connected via serial. So this little pop-up like, hey, we're going to connect to this USB thing. But the answer to your question is no. You do not need an internet connection, just a USB port. I mean, I don't know that. Maybe there are devices of this kind where you would need an internet connection, but it wouldn't be good. I feel like that wouldn't be a feature. The only benefit, maybe, you can load samples in this. Let me see if I can get the... I don't want to change this instrument, but you can load samples. So the only benefit that I could see to there being internet connection would be like cloud save and backup. Like if I go to the project, if I want to save it, oops. You know, theoretically, I could say maybe there'd be like a save to cloud option or something. If it with an internet connection, and then if you had samples you wanted to load in here, then maybe like it could use the internet. But I'd say in general, it's not a good thing. It's better that it doesn't need one. It would kind of defeat the purpose of it if it did, in my opinion. Where were we at? Oh, we were right here. Oh, so I was trying to figure out how to... I guess I did figure out what I needed to figure out, didn't I? Because now we have... Whoops. Now we have the two. This is cool too, because you can like... I could play just one of these if I want. And then I could like queue up the next one to come in at some point. And then I could like stop that one. And then bring in this next one. That's cool that they move at different times, depending. So if you start them at different times, they can move at different times. That's kind of cool. Makes for some interesting possibilities from like if you were to use this for live. And it's actually got impressively good sound. I actually was somewhat skeptical about the sound of it, but it's pretty good, holistically speaking. Like you could probably make a number of tracks, like if you wanted to do a live performance. I'm not like necessarily a hardware live performer, but if I were, I'd be curious about this as just a as a way to like put together a performance and just like play different tracks and whatnot. I guess what this would be bad at from a live perspective maybe is effects, because you don't have... Where's the mixer? I don't know. Well, hold on. If I crank up this, does that apply to everything? Oh, it does. Interesting. What I don't know is this for... This mixer I'm looking at, is this for everything? Yes. I have them all default, so I would have to change it to see for sure, right? Also, the fact that it plays everything probably means that it's not, you can't do it individually, right? Oh, but this isn't going to the reverb. Interesting. Okay, so hold on. Oh, interesting. So the controls for this screen are the same on this screen. That's kind of sick. Why does it keep going back to 5? Okay, so that goes to that, and so does this. But if so why doesn't the kick? It shows here. That must mean that somewhere here, this must be to like the master, right? Ah, it is. Okay. Now we know. Now we know. Should put some chorus on the kick drum. I don't like how that sounds. Okay. Actually, let me do this. Let's do it from here. That way we're always on it. That's cool though. I'm just like sort of just playing with some of these just to see. Oops. I have to hit edit. I have this bad habit of pressing shift instead. What is color? Like what's happening as I move color? It's just like a overdrive or distortion, I guess I should say. That kind of makes sense if you call it color. What does timbre give me if I change this? I see. And then amp. Okay. Interesting. I don't like that it sounds almost doubled though. If I do that. Degrade. This is like bit reduction, right? Yeah. Or is this bit reduction? This is bit reduction. Wait, so what's this? This is like sample rate, lowering the sample rate. Where was this at before? I'm just gonna put it at 9 or 8. 8's a good number. Yeah, that's not really, I'm not hearing anything there. All right, back to this. Let's see what other insights we can glean. It uses hex, we know that. I guess one thing about this is, it would be, if you didn't know hex, I suppose that might make this very confusing. Something like this, pretty confusing if you weren't like if you didn't already know it. I have the benefit of knowing it because computers speak binary, and hex is just another way to write binary. So my experience with computers is helpful here. Loading a demo song. I don't know that I really listened to the demos. I listened like a couple of them, but not really. Oh, let me go back to the... Lose changes to current song. No, I want to save the current song. There we go. Now we can... Oh, here we go. Demos. Green eyes. Let's see. Let's see what this is all about. I like that. I like that bass line. That's cool. wonder how they're getting that sound. Okay, it's not from this. I thought it was from this, but it's not. Because that's what changes. Is it this one? No, this is just the bass line. How does it change? It's not clear to me that it does. Phrase 11, phrase 8. Oh, is it velocity? No. So it's just the same thing. But then we've got this rep F8. What is rep? Let's see. Repeat last effect with XX value until new command. Oh, interesting. Okay. What was the last effect that is repeating? Interesting. Oh. There's something going on with the cutoff. Okay, hold on. Go to the next one. Oh, I see. So it's every time it hits that, it modifies the value of the cutoff. I get it. Interesting. But how do we get the that like almost siren sounding like thing? That's what I want to know. Okay, this isn't it. It's probably this one. Okay, so that's percussion. What about this? Oh, all right. Ah, that's it. Yeah, that's eerie. I like it though. What is that? What is this? All right, so we've got. Whoa. Instrument 8 and then instrument 6. What is this? Oh, it's a synth. Interesting. And we've got this, which is, what is that? Where is it? Why aren't these alphabetical? Is it in a different, it must be in a different section. Here we go, vol. Relative volume. Interesting. Okay. And then what's XRW? Reverb stereo width. Interesting. What does that? Okay, I'm curious. Let's see. Let's what's one that's there's nothing on. Cool, there's nothing here, right? Yeah, there's not. I think there's anything on this either. Oh, there is. Let's just go to DF. I don't think DF is being used. Yeah. I have to give it an instrument. Can I make it 8? Wait, I'm gonna use let's use 2 and then let's just load something. I like that. I like the way the waveform changes each time I press that. Nice. Oh, that was the one I was trying to find earlier. Alright, I want something with a relatively simple sound. So I'll use this. That sounds simple enough. And then we'll go back. Alright. Wait, what a beat. Nah, fuck it. Alright. I don't like that there either. Whatever. Alright. The goal is not to figure out a good melody for this. The goal is to play with reverb with. Okay. I'm not sure this is super noticeable to me. Well, that was noticeable. Let me just make sure I'm not tripping. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very subtle. What else? What was the other one? This one. Relative volume. Let's only clear this out. So what? Huh. Wait, so at 0. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I guess it says at the bottom, which is convenient. So if you want the volume to change, you can. Neat. I'm tempted to just play with all these effects and see what they all do. I don't know, look at this. I like that. That's cool. That's a cool effect. It's kind of a cool effect tile on a single note. It's a nice little wobble to it. All right. ARP config. First digit sets direction and number of octaves. Second digit sets the speed in ticks. Okay, so this is different than the other ARP. It plays fast tick rate ARP. Okay, so this is basically whatever tick rate it's at, it plays, and this is gives you control over the tick rate. It doesn't seem to. Does this go to get? Hold on. I feel like this goes hand in hand with this one, right? Okay. What else do we have in here? Chance of note / commands. First digit effect left of command. Second digit effect right of command. And table chance left of what? I don't know. I don't think this works with just. Oh wait, 100%. I guess it's like odds that'll happen or chance that'll happen. Okay. Delay. All right. In phrase delay, the current step, a number of ticks in table delay, the column a number of steps. It doesn't play on the first run through. Groove, hop to position. First digit loop count, second digit row number. FF in phrase stops track. Whoops. Hop to next phrase, row 0F. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, you can create like a loop this way. And it's interesting because it doesn't even play the note before it does it, which is interesting. Randomize the value of the last effect. Okay, so then let's put an effect on this. Let's put on, can I put, how random? Oh, I see. And then if I make this like, nice. That's cool, you get like a different effect each time. All right. What else we got effects wise? Randomize the left value. Randomize the value of the command to the left. What does that mean? Does that mean, okay, hold on. Does that mean if I put this here and I put it at like use a different one. And then if I put on RNL, where was it? Was it a sequencer effect? I think it was, yeah. Doesn't seem like it's randomizing all that much. Okay. Send chorus, send delay, send reverb. Ooh. That's cool. What else we got? Envelope amount, relative, envelope attack, envelope hold, delay, trigger, hold, decay, trigger. Okay, oh, we've got 2 for each of these. LFO amount. Interesting. LF3. Steps never seems to go up. Alright, then we have mixer effects. Mix volume, chorus volume, delay volume, reverb volume, input volume, ESP input volume. EQ bank, mix EQ bank. Track 8. Oh, nice. You can even do like track volume. So you have like one track, you put something like this. You put something like this on like a step to control the volume level that the whole track gets set to when it hits that step. So you could like make a side chain using that. Like a probably pretty tedious though, right? Because you'd have to, well, if you had a all right, hold on, which I think we're still on this demo song. Let me go back to my other song. Jibber Jabber, that's what I named it. You could do like, this is the same phrase, right? I could make it so that what is it, track 3, which is oh god, this. I could make it so that each time it hits one of these kicks, the volume of the track goes down, of track 3 goes down. It doesn't go back though. Huh. Okay, so then what you do is you put it back by doing this. I think it starts at E0. And you get like some sidechain-esque volume triggering. There's got to be a better way to do that, right? I think this is like probably the worst way to do it. Almost certainly the worst way to do it. It's not going to still work. Yes, it only works if it's playing. That's funny though. I wonder how you would do it. I wonder how you would do it not that way. If you wanted to do it like for realsies. Okay, so let's look at what else is in here. What an elegant interface. Chorus mod depth, frequency, stereo width, reverb, send. Delay time, delay stereo width, delay reverb, send. DJ filter type? What does that mean? I wonder. Let me get rid of these. Or there's a way to like select all of those and do it. DJ filter type. What is that? Where is the DJ filter? Is that here? This is the same for each one. Oh, interesting. What is this? Why is it CF and not C0? Maybe I turned it up so you could actually hear it over the rest of the stuff. Interesting. Well, I don't know what DJ filter type quite refers to. DJ filter res. Oh, maybe that's in the manual. This is what we're doing. You know, we're learning. We've got the manual here. We can just look, chat. All right, let's see. Let's just oops. We'll just search. Here we go. Mixer allows you to view and adjust the volume of each of the 8 tracks. Three sound effects. Analog USB input for monitoring, control, the global DJ filter effect. All the tracks, inputs, and effects are mixed together and routed through the main EQ limiter. Okay, so the main EQ is, we go back to our little guy here. Let me look at mixer. The main EQ is over here on the right. That's what this is. And then our DJ filter here is this guy. I see. We don't need to listen to a repetitive kick. We don't need that. We don't need that. All right, let's see here. Several modes, mixed modes, low pass, high pass, low pass, band stop, and band stop, high pass. Value of 80 is off with no filtering. Below 80 will engage the low pass or band stop. Above 80 will engage the high pass or band stop. This is useful in a live setting when it is mapped to the touchscreen or an external controller or automated in a song using the DJ FX command. Huh. So then, okay, hold on. Let's say what the fuck is this? What is instant chorus? I have to do that. I guess I did change off the DJ filter. Okay, so DJ filter type was what we were modulating before, which let's just do low pass, high pass. I don't know what is it at? What is it at by default? Can I see that? Where would that be? Is that what? Wait, maybe that's what what's going on here with resonance and type. Type is, if I hold edit, will it tell me? It will. Look at that. Look at that, chat. We can read. We can figure things out. All right, we only got 3 options. So low pass, high pass. So I could, if I put it here, and then I see. This is no filter. Anyway, this resonance. This. So let's have it be normal. And then what we're gonna do is, where's our little guy? We're gonna change, because right now we have the type as low pass, high pass. Let's do low pass, band stop maybe. This doesn't matter because we're not really filtering it. We could for shits and giggles. We could filter it for normal while it's being normal. Okay, and then yeah, we'll do that. resonance is a little too high. Yeah, it's still a little high. We'll make it 28. All right. And then what we're gonna do is we're on this note, or change it to that, and then we're gonna do resonance, or turn that like back up to D0. Oh right, it doesn't go back. It doesn't go back after. And then filter cutoff. Okay. I see. That's kind of cool. That's cool. You can do that. You can change the overall like filter and the way that it works on like a per step basis, which is kind of neat. It's got to make for some interesting possibilities. I don't know how I ended up on 4. Oops. Give me that. Let's yeet these. Was that all of them pretty much? Input 2. Okay, I don't have any inputs, external inputs or anything. Instrument mods. I think that LFO stuff, like they have to actually be on the instrument. I don't think they can not be on in this matter. But good to know. Now this would change things based on the current instrument, which is neat. So the current tempo. This is interesting. You could slow things up. Whoops. You could have things slow down or speed up. Wait, hold on. Let me put this here. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I suppose that could make sense. I guess if you had a phrase where, especially if you were like, where's that? Let me go back to the demo song, actually. I don't care to save this. Which is the demo? Oh, it was over here. Green Eyes, I think, is the one we were listening to. Yes, we were. You could have something like, because in this bass blind, for instance, you've got like multiple phrases that are a part of it. You could say up here, let's say you want to make the tempo something crazy, like, I don't even know. It's at 86, so let's say we set it to 128 there, and then after a bit it goes back to 86. Can I? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's funny. I don't know why it's funny. I don't know why it's funny, but it's just funny to me. It probably shouldn't be, but it is. Also, I feel like, why do I feel like my mic is clipping? That shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't even be possible. Let me just turn off this. All right. I like it though. I kind of like the sped up version of this. I think I'm just a sucker for a fast bassline chat. I wonder if you could have it like, Okay, so now the next question I have is, can you have it be gradual? It's very like instant right now. Also, I'm gonna switch these up. I'm gonna have this one be the one where we go up in tempo, and then we can actually just get rid of this then, because it's just gonna be on the tempo the track starts at. I like how it actually works with the cutoff movement. I guess we should go back to 86 at the beginning, just to make sure that it goes back. Okay. I guess I did want it to be a gradual tempo change. I think that's where tables come in. Instrument mods. So I don't think I could use like one of these. I can't select with this. I don't want to mess with this one. Where's one that's off? I don't think I can select the effects at all. Yeah, I can't. So if I want to modulate this guy, this tempo guy, so that it's not just a jump. I want to do it where it's a gradual tempo increase. So to do that, I'd want to modulate this parameter here, but I don't know. Let's see if table's got something for us. What's this? Note offset. Tempo. Okay. Wait. All right, hold on. Let me Okay, and then I don't think this is being used for anything, so I'm just gonna how many of these can I one phrase? Let's make it two phrases per table speed 2, phrases 3, steps 1. What? I clearly don't know what I'm doing. How do I get it to... Oh, why is the tempo at 999? That's not right. Okay. It just runs away. Something about tables I'm not understanding. Plus 86. So every time it hits note 0, it adds 86 to the tempo. How about I just have it add 1 to the tempo? Ah, we figured it out. How to make it be gradual. Now, the next question is how we get it to go back down as opposed to just going up forever. Oh, it's kind of hilarious that it will just keep going. Okay. Then we'll make it -1. Is it ever going to hit this though? I don't think it is, right? Not offset 2. Okay. Somewhere I need to, what's this? Table speed 2. Table speed 1. Oh my gosh, 1, 2 phrases. But how do I get it to? This is transposed, right? That's gonna go surprisingly low. Okay, I thought maybe TSP had something to do with the table, but it doesn't. But it's cool that that's that's there. All right, let's see what the manual has to say about tables. EQ editor. Three-band parametric equalizer per instrument, the main mix, and chorus delay, reverb, global effects. Instruments can be assigned to one of 32 available slots, e.g. sets of unique EQ settings. The 32 slots allow multiple instruments to share the same EQ settings by assigning the EQ slot number in the instrument and the instrument pool views, respectively. Oh. So this is the EQ slot number. How come there are only 32? Wait. Shouldn't there be, I suppose it's, I don't want to say it's arbitrary. I'm sure there's, oh wait, what? If I do, is that? Okay. That's cool though. Wait, if I do, what? Do they all have? No. This always goes here, unless I'm here, in which case it goes not to a table, but to the EQ bank. But you have to be hovering over this. Are there any other Easter eggs? No. Hold on. We're going to see if we can find some now. I can change the oh, that's cool. You can change the oscillators on each. Or I guess maybe oscillator is the wrong word, because CLK, SYN, SW. I'm assuming this is noise. The sound source. So you can change the sound source, and then you have your FM algorithm, presumably. All right. Oop. Press the wrong button. I'm trying to. It's gotta be shift. So, because we're trying to see if we can find cool other screens like this one. You have to be hovering over this to get to that. There's probably another way to get there, but I just think that's cool. What would have it? Maybe the filter would, or cutoff, or resonance. Maybe if there were a frequency one, I think maybe that would be like a cool. Wait, if I hit play, does it show? It doesn't. Maybe it would show. I thought maybe it would show like a similar to hold on. A view similar to. Do I have an EQ on this? I don't. I'll put one on it. That would show something like this. That would be cool if it did, but it's cool enough that it's got the waveform at the top. But it would be cool if it showed it there. I don't know how hard that would be to do. And honestly, it doesn't need to, strictly speaking. All right. What was I trying to figure out? Oh, tables. We were in the manual trying to figure out table shenanigans. Where's the manual? There it is. That's cool, though, that you can tweak the EQ and you can put it per instrument for the 32. So does that mean there are only 32 instrument slots in a given song? And hit play. Oh god. There are more than 32 instrument slots. You can have presumably 7F. What is 7F? I have no idea. 10 will be 16 and what's whatever 7 times 16 plus 55 is. That's what it is. Cool. But 32 different EQs, which is a lot of EQs. And I'm guessing you could then, because it's per instrument, I'm assuming then you could modulate them. What did I changed something on accident, didn't I? No, I didn't. You can't change something on accident because you have to be holding down edit. That's kind of neat. It's a neat thought now that I'm thinking about it. On the one hand, I sometimes try to move something and I'm not holding out edit and it doesn't work. But now I realize it's a good thing because it means I can't fuck up on accident. I mean, unless I'm holding out edit for no reason, but that'd be obvious. You wouldn't like accidentally make that mistake. How come there's no, what? I changed the instrument like a dumbass. No, be the right instrument. Hold on. There it is. And then we go up, or up here. Okay, what I was going to see is, can I make this an EQ destination? It doesn't appear as if I can. But surely somewhere, what does this do? This is just a value. Okay, let's go to the EQ screen, not scene. I mean, why would you modulate your EQ parameters anyway? That's wouldn't be the right way to do it, now that I think about it. All right, we're getting distracted. Trying to figure out how to do the gradual change. I didn't mean to play all of it, of the tempo. But right now, the way it's set up, because I don't know what I'm doing, is that it will just keep going up forever. But I want it to go up and then back down, even though it's very exciting to just let it run away with itself. You know, that's very exciting. I want to find a way to make it go back down. And I feel like I just don't know how to use this. I figured this part out. But what's the rest of it, you know? That's the real question. These are the big questions. How does the screen work? What am I doing here? Reverb, project view. I feel like there's nothing in... Actually, I guess I could pause here for a second. I don't think there's anything here that I'm like... It's very intuitive. Live quantize. Set the cue waiting behavior when playing a chain in live mode. Oh, that's what that's for. Oh, cool. Good to know. Not something I am using at the moment, but good to know. Freeze/clears. Wait, what? That's really cool. Freeze and clears, unused chains, phrases, instruments, EQs, and tables. Now here's a question, because we're still trying to figure it out, and clearly whatever I'm doing is not getting this to be used. So if I go to that clear, will it get rid of that? Which means I'm not using it, which means I have to figure out how to use it. Remove duplicates? Is that gonna fuck up the song? Apparently it's not. Oh, it's still there. Okay. So it's not unused, it's just not triggered. Or it's because I didn't press this one. All right. Oh, let me do that. Moment of truth here. Damn it, it's still there. So it's being used. Okay. But not being hit. Theme view. Oh, you can change the theme. If I change the theme right now, will it update in the browser? Let's see. I don't know why I started looking down there when I can just look here. Oh my gosh. Edit theme. Load. Hopefully there are some saved ones. There are. Pretty flower. I don't know which one I'm using. Shadow Love. Ooh, it changed in real time. That's sexy. That's real sexy. I kind of like this better, actually. All right. Back to the manual. We're finding all kinds of neat things here in the manual. Bundles. Okay, project files contain all song data, chains, phrases, instruments, as well as MIDI mappings and settings configurations. That's expected. Output, speaker, and theme colors are stored internally. Oh, interesting. Samples are not stored in the project file. Moving or deleting samples will result in samples failing to load. So it's kind of like how in, well, let me leave this rec section. Since samples are not stored in the project file, you may want to share your work or archive a song before moving samples around on the SD card. Bundling a song handles this. So it's very similar to, like, again, in our trusty and beloved DAW. You hit save in here, you don't get, it doesn't save your samples. You have to hit collect all and save if you want your samples to be with your project file. So this is like that. Similar concept, I guess. Sample doesn't get saved with the project file, but if you bundle it all up, it will. Wait, there's bundles in here, right? Let's check out a bundle. You could like share bundles and load bundles, presumably. Like if you're like collaborating with someone, you'd be like, yo, send me your bundle. And then you could load it in here somewhere. Load project. Here's a bundle. Oh, I don't have any bundles. I ain't got no bundle. What is Mary Bunny? What is this? I think this is like the default project when you like first get it. Let's go back to our boy Green Eyes here. I don't think it saved my changes, did it? It didn't. We did some transpose changes. didn't save those, so we're gonna put those back. We went up 24 semitones, then we came back down, and we went down low. Cool. And then just for shits and giggles, we're just gonna write over. What do I hit save? Oh wait, if I hit save and I don't want to overwrite it, then I can go up a directory and then I can just put it in here, I guess. And that'll be fine because I don't have anything in there with this name. Neat. Okay. Cool. We still have yet to figure out how to use the tables. So we're going to keep looking for that. How does a man make tables? Backlight brightness. Oh, that's cool. Neat. Control that. That's kind of expected. Kind of expected. MIDI mapping view. You get to MIDI mapping view from the project, I'm guessing. Yeah. And then you map things. And then you map things. $128 mappings per song. Mappings are stored within the song file. Oh, that's cool. So you can have different MIDI mappings per song. That's neat. That's actually really cool. I don't have any I've ever seen a 3.5 millimeter MIDI port before. I was just gonna say I don't have any 5-pin MIDI cables anyway. Maybe I should get one or two and then play with MIDI mapping. I sigh because I'm like, sounds like it might be something that's a bit time consuming. But for curiosity's sake, might be something a man might engage in. Alas, here we are. Someday. Because there's 2 steps, step 1 being get a fucking cable, which I don't have yet. That's probably like a down the line kind of deal. Down the line. I feel like, I don't know. I kind of like pressing the buttons on the thing. As fun as using an actual no shit MIDI controller might be. I feel like by that point I'm like, I don't know, may as well just work in a DAW. Like Ableton or something, you know. You know? Yeah, you guys know. You get it. Alright, sorry, I was looking something up. Time stats. Ooh. Time stats view is accessible from the project view. From this view, you can do time statistics, as well as set date and time for saving files. Please note that to conserve battery, M8 does not keep track of date and time while it is off. So when it's off, the date does not update. So if I turn it off right now at 7:04 p.m. on February 16th and turn it on tomorrow, it will still be February 16th at 7:04 p.m. Interesting. I suppose that's good. I'd rather it have a nice, long, juicy battery life. Then again, will I even have a date time? Am I tripping? Am I understanding that right? No way, it just freezes like that. But it wouldn't go out of its way to say this if that weren't how it worked, right? Playing, amount of time elapsed since I made a started playback. Work time, amount of time spent working on the current song. That's kind of fire, yo. So you can see how long each song takes you to make. And if you wanted to be like, I don't know, some kind of sweat, you could try to like get your song time down. Try working on songs and see how fast you can crank them out. And I don't know, put them on some song sweat leaderboard. Amount of time since it's been full battery. Amount of time since it's been powered on. How long has this thing been on? It's been on for a minute. I was setting up the stream. Only 2 hours though. That's about as long as I think I turned it off and back on right before I started. You can edit it? That's kind of interesting. All right, render view. Rendering allows you to export sections, tracks, or the entire song as a 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz stereo wave located in renders. Neato. Effect command help you. Yes, this is helpful. Very helpful. Instruments it's got. Wave synth. Wavetable synthesizer. Nice. Nice. What is the instrument for our guy here? That's FM synth. Okay. Macro synth contains 44 different models or shapes, from basic analog to 2-op FM, physical modeling, and progressive sounds. 2 parameters, timbre and color, control the overall characteristics, change depending on the shape selected. Macro synth model section in the appendix. Ooh, fancy. Player, editor, and recorder. So if you have input in, you can do line in. Okay. The mic, USB. Oh, that's cool. You can even do the separate left-right channels. Nice. Yeah, FM synth. Nice. Oh, that's cool. What I'm using 0B. Yes. 4 carriers in essence. Hypersynth 6-note saw wave chord synthesizer. 16 chord banks of up to 6 intervals. Each note/interval is a set of 2 saw waves that can be detuned using swarm and spread in the stereo field by adjusting width. Nice. That's kind of cool. I bet you get some really interesting sounds with this hypersynth. You're really like, not that you can't get really interesting sounds with the rest, but as I was reading this, I'm just thinking about the possibilities of making like a big sound with a hypersynth. That might be a fun experiment someday. Maybe not today, but one of these days as we do this, if we keep up this streaming of this exploratory learning of this device and others, perhaps one of these days I'll get down and dirty with the hypersynth. That'd be kind of neat, perhaps. Perhaps it would be quite neat. Can't have to pee, chat. I'm not gonna lie. All right. We still haven't found the table section. External instrument. Wait, what? Oh, I can put it to an external instrument. Neat. Hybrid MIDI output. MIDI out, audio in. Interesting. Notes and the MIDI FX commands will be sent out to the selected MIDI port and channel, while audio will come back in through its filter amp and stage. Huh. That's just interesting. So I could put like my Digitone as like a, again, I don't have a 5-pin MIDI cable or a 3.5 millimeter MIDI cable. And I think I would need, well, it came with an adapter actually, 5-pin to 3.5 millimeter. But I need the 5-pin cable. It's nice of them to include the adapter, because I imagine it's not super common, maybe. But that's cool. That's kind of cool. One of these days, maybe I'll get hot and spicy with MIDI. Oh God. USB audio and MIDI. USB audio and MIDI compliant audio input now, but a 16-bit 2-channel stereo only. It can work with any host computer, including iOS and Android, as long as the power provided via USB is sufficient. Neat. USB audio into the M8 can be monitored in the mixer view by adjusting the volumes under USB. It can also be recorded and saved. Neato. USB MIDI behaves the same way as the physical TRS MIDI connections, allowing sync, remote control, and sequencing. Interesting. Wait, so then does it see? That means I can see it in, hold on, where's Ableton? Means I can see it in here on the MIDI screen, right? Yeah, there it is. Neato. That's fancy. That's kind of fancy. I don't think I would use that much, but I can appreciate its existence. Remote host display, and this is the remote host display that we're using right here. This here screen. And then we get, what is this, an FAQ? An appendix. What? No way. Like, interpolate values, jump to table, previous or next, mixer view. Maybe there's an appendix on what the fuck tables do. Do we miss tables, chat? I feel like I missed. Was there not a table section before this? Maybe, oh wait, table view. Did I just miss this? Did I miss the views, chat? Did I scroll too fast? I must have. I did, because I don't remember reading about the instrument modulation view either. How did that happen? How do we get past everything? All right, well, at least now we know there's a section. All right, hold on, let me go back. Now we know there's a table view section. We'll fuck around in the table view section. All right, before we do that though, I'm gonna go pee. So I'll put this on, we'll just let this play the song. Oh. While I go pee. And you guys can experience the joy of the tempo going up and up and up. And hopefully I come back before it's at 999. Although, yeah. Have returned. Why didn't the tempo go up? What happened? What happened, chat? Did our table shenanigans not persist? They didn't. But now it's using both. Our table shenanigans didn't persist. That's right, because we reloaded it, I think. And I forgot to do this. What's good, Crispy? How you doing? There we go. Now it's going up. Now it's going up. That's cool. Good man, hope you're doing good. I am. I'm chilling, man. I am. I hope you're also doing well. I'm glad to hear you're good. I am playing around with this. Hold on, playing around with this little guy, which is a portable tracker, like MIDI synth tracker type thing. And then this browser thing just lets me like basically display it on my screen. That way I don't have to like set up a camera that's like pointed down at this, and then like, you know, that way I can just use the actual device, but then like have it something that the stream can still see. It's kind of cool. It's running away with us. Why? Because we're going down 2 and up 3. That's funny. It's funny. That's really funny. All right, let's read about this table view. This is what we're trying to find in the manual. And I went to peek. It's cool. It is pretty cool. I agree. I figured I'd just be like learning it anyway, so I might as well, you know, stream the journey. Might as well stream the journey, you know. Tables are little sequencers that play alongside instruments. Oh, so it's a cute little sidekick sequencer. Incredibly powerful tool to transform instruments and compositions, from arpeggios and volume slides to multi-stage envelopes and effects. I'm here for it. Indulge in the journey. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. You get it. How's dad life treating you? Because you're a dad now, right? Am I not? If I recall correctly, you had a little one. Every instrument has its own dedicated table, with an additional 128 tables freely assignable via the table effects command. Yeah, man, he's growing up fast. Seems like yesterday he was just a nugget. Now he's almost 1. Wow, 1 year. Yeah, I feel like I mean, these are the best times, though, right? From what I've heard from friends with kids, like these first few years are the I guess the most fascinating, I suppose, because they just change so much, and they go from being, you know, essentially just blobs of flesh to actual humans with personalities and stuff. I imagine that's a fun little transition to watch him go through. He's almost old enough to hold a controller and play COD. Note to transpose. You should find P speed set by the table tick rate. By default, when the play position reaches the bottom of the table, it moves back to the top and continues for as long as the instrument is played. It's the transpose column. Transpose the instrument for the duration of the step. The V column is volume, multiplied by the V in phrase view. Each command column can run at different speeds by using the tick command FX column. Option shift, option play, option shift play. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, man, it's super fun. The boy is crazy already. Really? That's funny. Trading and chilling. Okay, okay. Well, you work weekends. When you say trading, like stock market trading? I know. I remember you mentioned that you had like gotten a or were starting a job. I think the last time you were in here. So that's cool. You got into trading, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Own dedicated table. An additional 128 tables freely assignable. So I've got this table here. Hmm. Crypto, you went to school for it a while back. I just never had the capital to start up, but I'm getting a better position to actually use what I learned. Oh, nice. Nice. Trader school, huh? That's kind of cool. So it's like day trading basically that you're doing. Wait, so are you primarily trading as opposed to working? 3 steps, 1 tick. Note increment. 200, what? Let's see if I say 5 ticks. What does that do? How do I get it to like... There's gotta be something to... Interesting. Lots of day trading and swing trading. Ah, okay, okay. Still work weekends and trade during the week. Damn, so you must be doing pretty. You must be doing pretty good with the trading then. To only be working on the weekends. Yeah, that's fire. That's pretty sick. I know the crypto market's doing pretty well these days. But theoretically, only will be better under the Trump regime, since they seem to be more pro crypto than the previous regime. Weekends is my standard shift, but yeah, it's going well. Okay. Ah, okay. So it's not like you're just balling in so much trader money that you only need to work on the weekend. It's just weekends is like your standard work time. That's fair. That's fair. That would be pretty hype. That would be pretty hype if you could make it work. Um, hmm. I think I'm still not fully understanding what's up with these tables. Like, I want it to table 1. Table tick. How do I assign? Did it say, oh, I assign a table? It's the goal. Nice, nice. I mean, I guess that's any trader's goal, right? Is to be able to get the right trades, and then I mean, I guess I don't know how much automation is involved. I imagine. I mean, I'm not plugged into the world of like trading, but I know I read a while back about like high frequency traders. So I imagine that because high frequency traders exist at all in the rest of the market, some level of automation is probably necessary to be like competitive. So I guess the goal would be like get to a place where you're just making money, in a mostly automated way. The money's just rolling in. You're not having to actually like work too hard on it or think too hard about it. Not too different than like people who do like I guess like automated sports gambling and whatnot, where they it's kind of like trading in a way. It's not exactly, because I guess I mean, even trading is up to chance, I guess, but I suppose there's I almost want to say less predictable randomness to like the outcome of sporting events or like gambling on sports, but maybe not actually. That actually might be more predictable than a stock. The goal is to trade 3-4 hours a day and then not touch my computer the rest of the day. Okay. I like it. I mean, at the very least, that's got to be pretty good for like doing the dad thing, right? Where the little one is young. You're only having to work, if you only have to focus on that 3 to 4 hours a day. And I imagine that's not even like intense focus, that's like, you probably have to be focused, but you could be distracted, if you got something to do with him or whatever. So that's kind of cool. That's a good, like, that's a great spot to be in with a, essentially a newborn, newborn / almost toddler. Every instrument has its own. Okay. So this is table 1 because this is instrument 1. And if I were to go to, for instance, this guy, I get table 3. What controls which rows of the table are getting hit? Okay, that's on FF. Let's try just changing this to FF and see what that does. If I even can. Oh, I can. There we go. Oh, there we go. This is wild. It's like, on the one hand, what's the point? On the other hand, the possibilities are endless. Tempo is relative. Got it. Adding a random vibrato. I don't know why this amuses me so much, but it does. Okay, so what we changed was this. Now it's just going back up again. Table speed note map. Note map. Like, oh wait. Because each phrase, I see now. I get it now. Okay. Just gonna repeat these. I skipped 0C. This is maybe too extreme. I don't want to be anywhere outside of like -10 or plus or minus 10. Ah, 79 was really what got us. So I'll make this 5. Since the other one's already -10. And then we'll make this plus 10. Plus 5. I feel like I'm in the intro to the sickest 80s arcade game. It is a pretty sick device. I mean, I feel like one of the things. I mean, I think the inspiration for, or the guy behind, the brain behind this was primarily like looking to make like a chiptunes type thing. I don't know if there are any demos with it. Let me see. I mean, yeah, this has more like of a chiptunesy type like arcade game feel. Kind of. Those keys are kind of there's more detail here than I would expect in like an 80s arcade game. but maybe not, you know? That's like I think one of the things this device is very good at, and part of my interest in it was like those kinds of sounds. I wonder what let's see, what oh, that's a cool use of noise. I bet it's just noise, right? No, it's not. That's gotta be like an effect there, right? It's not. Wow. Really? There we go. Got some cool cutoff shift. You need a laugh in custom mix. I mean, right now the goal is like, right now I'm just trying to learn how to use this thing. But I appreciate the possibilities that you can get to with it. I mean, I was saying earlier that part of what's so exciting to me about this is like its portability. I mean, it's battery powered. I mean, this is its form factor, you know? So it's like, it'll be much easier to sketch out ideas having something that's portable like this. And then like, it's capable of some pretty impressive sound, in my opinion. But first I gotta learn how to use it because it's very different than anything I've worked with before. Like it's very unique in the way that it's unique, but it's also intuitive. So it's like as I'm learning it, it's like this is actually not as hard as I would think. But it is different enough that I can't just like, you know, quickly jam out like a banger. you know, I can't quickly bang out a banger in any of the things that I would use to make music. But I do think that once I get the hang of this, it'll be easier to do in this. Oh, they use the hypersynth for this one. Interesting. Bangers incoming though? Yes, exactly. Bangers on the way. Okay, so this would be an interesting one to play with the transpose here. Oh my god, not like that though. I should do this every 2. Is that light modulated at all? It's not, but we could. If I retrigger it doesn't, it's not quite as good. See, even just playing with this, it's like, it's kind of cool, like how it changed from where it was, you know? Just by adding some like random transpose in here and then messing with the cutoff a bit. Part of the journey, exactly. Part of the learning journey, you know? It's all about the learning journey. Kind of loud though. Up down like E5. DJ laughing at EDC soon. I think I'd have to crank out a shit ton of beggars. Listen, the trick to getting the trick to being able to perform at something like EDC is, I think, really, you gotta have more clout than I have, if I'm being real. I don't even know if EDC would be like my style of event, to be honest. I've never like been to one as an attendee. You only need one song to blow up? It's more than that, I think. I think you need... I mean, I guess it depends, right? If you're just talking about perform anywhere at any stage at EDC, then yeah, I think one song. I mean, you don't even necessarily need one song to do it. They run, for a lot of those things, Insomniac runs like competitions where you can just like submit a mix. If you win the, you know, the competition, they'll let you play it. So, I mean, that's one way to do it. The other way, if you're like not trying to do it through the competition, would be probably have a couple songs that are doing well, but it's just social media, you know. The kind of person they want to like book for something like that, they want to. It should be a name where when someone sees the flyer, they see your name. At least a few people see your name, and they go, "I want to go see that person," you know. And I think the secret to, or the way to be that kind of person is notable enough that someone could see an EDC flyer and then want to come for you. Is really just like social media, right? In 2025, it's social media presence and being able to pump out consistent content that gets eyeballs. If you've got music you're making that's also doing well, that's a big help, obviously. And between those two things together, that's how you end up on like an EDC lineup, you know. And then I think, well, those two things, and then probably having like an agent as well, because I think no matter how much unless you're talking like, you know, millions of followers, millions of views. Unless you're at that point, you know, you still may be doing well from a social media standpoint, but not having the right eyes see you, which is where like an agent comes in, because if you have an agent, then theoretically they're connected well enough to like schmooze with promoters to put you onto events, and then you can even build up to it where it's like, you know, you don't just start with EDC, you start with smaller events that are easier to get booked for, and then you create moments out of that get shared, and you can use those to build even more of a social media presence, and then you eventually work up to something where it's like, you know, it makes sense for, you know, I think it's Insomniac, right, for EDC, and then they're like, yeah, we want this person. Honestly, I only know like one name on the lineup, and I'm going this week. Fair enough. We went to Beyond Wonderland. It was so fun. What was the last festival I went to? The last festival I went to was here in San Diego. It was at the stadium. Which one was it though? It was I don't even know if it was a festival per se. I think it was though. It was just Cross Festival. I didn't think it was though, but it probably was. You only know like one name on the lineup. Are you going for that? I mean, I guess that's the thing, right? Sometimes people go to EDC because it's EDC. Sometimes people go to EDC because there are people on the thing that they want to, or on the lineup that they want to see. It's probably, for something like EDC, it probably is more you go to EDC because it's EDC. Like, I doubt anybody's, unless the EDC was like, if it had a list full of names you just didn't know, it's not like you're gonna look at the lineup and be like, I'm not going now because of this lineup. You know? And like, even looking at this, you said you're going to Vegas, let me see. Or Mexico, I mean. What is this? They have like different websites for each different kind of EDC. Kind of crazy. There's not just one EDC website. Deadmau5 and DJ Snake, that's it. Yeah, I mean, this is a huge lineup. So I guess maybe the names on here, but I bet if like we were to look at every single person on here, there's some level of hustle they're engaged in, probably. Maybe that's cynical. Maybe that's a cynical view of me. Maybe that's not 100% true. But my guess would be like there's some level of like social media hustle they're doing really well, in combination with having an agent that gets them booked at places to build up moments that lead to being able to go to EDC. And like, because even if none of these people are necessarily like well known, they, you know, Insomniac's not going to want to bring them on and then have them. I think it's Insomniac. I could be wrong, but whoever is promoting it, yeah, it's Insomniac. They're not going to want to bring on somebody and then the people at the event don't like that person. So you also want to make sure the people who are there are all people that can hold a stage. You know, Deadmau5 and DJ, dude. Deadmau5 I saw Deadmau5 on New Year's Eve here in San Diego at Nova, and I've probably seen him perform live more than any other artist that I've gone to live performances for, which is kind of crazy. But it just always happens that every city I've ever lived in, for some reason, it's like it's always happened that Deadmau5 comes through often enough that I'm just always able to catch like a Deadmau5 show. Like, I think I saw him probably like 4 times in DC, and then like I saw him once in LA, and then once in here in San Diego. So it's like 7 times I think I've seen Deadmau5 live. And then I think even one time in DC, it was like Test Pilot, his like alter ego. I mean, he's to his credit, his shows are always very good. Are you a fan? I'm a big fan of Deadmau5. I'm not a fan of his music in general, but I will say his live shows are always very good. I've never been to one. Actually, that's not true. I went to one. I think he's had very, very limited technical malfunctions in his performance career. And I was actually at one at the Columbia Pavilion in Maryland. It was a Cube show, and the Cube crashed, and it didn't come back up, and they ended the show. Like, it started, and then it crashed, and then I think he was like playing songs on it, like from his phone, basically. Like, he got an aux cable and was just like, and then they were trying to fix it, and then they couldn't fix it. And then they're just like, oh, sorry guys, we can't fix the Cube. And I guess like the way the setup works is everything was going through it. So that was kind of fun. It was also raining that day, so it's kind of fucked up because it's like, damn. And it was I guess outdoor venue in the rain, kind of awful. But there's like mostly a covered area there. But aside from that one show, every show I've ever been to of his has been really good, and they're all like I guess I've never been to two of his shows in the same tour. Like if he's on tour, I mean he's almost always on tour anytime that I see him, right? And I've never been to like two in one tour, in which case I'm sure the shows are very similar. But all the shows I've ever seen were different enough to be interesting in their own right. And then like the venue I think makes a big difference. Like most of the times I probably saw him 3 times at Echo Stage in DC, which is like a warehouse. And that's always much more like a visually cool show of his. Not that he always has cool visuals, but like Echo Stage has like a good system for showing visuals. So he kind of goes hard when he brings his visual setup to somewhere like Echo Stage. Whereas like I saw him at Soundcheck in DC, which is like a much smaller venue, like maybe max 80 people, much more intimate, no visuals, right? But the stuff he played was more varied from what he would normally play. Like if you go to a festival Dead Mouse show, you're gonna get festival Dead Mouse, which is like his hits, you know. If you go to like something smaller, more intimate, you're gonna get like almost experimental Dead Mouse, which is much more interesting. I mean, I'd say even Nova was cool. I'd never heard Dead Mouse play drum and bass in a set, and when he played Nova on New Year's Eve, he like started out as like, this is, you know, 4 on the floor Dead Mouse, and like halfway through he switched to like drum and bass Dead Mouse, and it was sick. It was such a sick transition. You feel like they put way more emphasis on visuals? Yeah, I mean, I think that's just like attention spans, right? Like, think about it. You're gonna go to EDC Mexico. It probably helps to have really good visuals while you're there, especially for the whole weekend. If to some extent at a festival, all the music is the same. Not that it is the same, but like there's a certain level of like, after like 1.5 days, if you're there for 3 days, right? Like halfway through, you've probably spent 16 hours of listening to fucking mostly four on the floor music, or like dubstep, you know, the random like dubstep that's thrown in. So the variety on like what you're hearing is probably not so broad that just the music will like keep you engaged. And that's where like different artists having different elements of visual presentation to add helps. I mean, I think even in general, like even myself as a DJ, it's like there's something to like planning good visuals to go along with the songs you're going to play that makes the set unique compared to I'm just playing these songs. You know, I could go to my library and I could pick 20 techno songs, and then I could pick another 20. And even here on Twitch, you know, you could be in one stream or the other, and the music, unless you're like into techno like that, the music is probably not going to like be all that different for you, you know? But if I add on top of that something your eyes can latch onto, now you're getting both the auditory experience plus the visual experience together. That makes each set by itself more unique. So, did you have Dorias in your visuals? It's definitely something that's planned. I mean, I want to so one of the things that this stream is sort of a test for is just playing with this stupid thing. Not stupid, I love this thing. I've had it for less than 24 hours and I already love it. But it's a test for this, but then I also want to work more on the visuals I do use in my DJ streams, and I could also stream that while I do it. But there's a critical missing piece to my setup that is in the mail from Latvia. And once that gets here, who even knows when? I don't even think there's like an estimated delivery date for that. I should look. At some point in February. Hopefully it gets here by the end of February. Then I can do some like visual editing stuff here on the stream too. Not that I can't before that, but it'll be easier once I have this thing. Latvia, yeah, the visuals. So I have there's 2 different pieces of software I use in my visuals when I'm DJing. I use synesthesia, which is like one way to sync audio with visuals using like shaders, custom shaders, and then I use Resolume, which is like the same thing but for videos and not custom shaders. And Resolume, the thing I order is like this dongle that lets me use Resolume on multiple computers, because they're like I don't know, I guess crazy about their licensing. So I can't license it on both the computer I actually use for the DJ streams, and then the one I would actually work on, because I don't work on that computer really. I game on that computer, but I don't really do anything else on it, and I hate Windows, so I refuse to like spend too much time over there on it. Once I have the dongle though, then I'll be able to have it on both my computers, and then I can like work on this computer that we're doing this on, and then that'll make it easier. And then from there, it's just getting videos. Like I'm sure some Dorias would be a sequence of Dorias. A good Kazuya sequence would be a good thing to have as a video that gets synced to music. But it probably wouldn't even be that hard to do, honestly. But it would be maybe a little time consuming. Perfect electric on beat, yeah. Or it's like who is it, Duelist? Doing the waivus on beat. So that whatever track that was. If I were still a Kazuya main, I would make that how I warmed up before playing. Just wave wing to some fucking super fast techno track. Where even was that? I know I shared a link to it. Oh, here we go. The Kazuya main warm up of all time. Most normal Kazuya warm up? Yeah, exactly. This shit. This is impressive, honestly. I'm impressed by this. Was putting on an infinite stage and just waving for an hour. Damn. You just gotta do this.
This is hard to keep up.
I think I could probably consistently waivu. I just couldn't do it this fast. Like this is like kind of insanely fast, especially for as long as he's doing it.
No, I am not alright.
To me, you know what this tells me? This is like, not that there's anything wrong with no lifing the game. Like you gotta have a lot of hours in Tekken for this. You're faster, really? Dude, you should just record yourself doing it, you know? You gotta prove that. You gotta prove it. You can't just say that. You gotta come with receipts if you're gonna say that you're faster. Most normal Katsuri form. I have seen you do have really good waivers, actually. I'd be curious, you might have better waivers than Makoto. I think Makoto is just an overall really good Tekken player. Your waivers might be crispier than his. Then again, he's got those Dorias though. Makoto has some really good Dorias. He is truly a Mishima main. He's not even the crazy thing. He's not even. I guess Lee is kind of a Mishima, right? He's not even like a Mishima. He's hitting 13 frame on purpose. Exactly. That's the combination of youth and of no lifing the game. I wonder how many hours he has in Tekken. I should ask. I'll ping him in Discord and be like, yo, how many hours do you have in Tekken? I'm always curious, like really good players like that, just like how many hours they have. You have close to 800 in Tekken 7? Nice. I can look actually. I keep tracking my hours in Tekken 8. I'm under 800 so far in 8. Because I'm a slob. I'm a lazy slob. I'm not on the grind like I should be. Damn. Screen's actually slightly warm. Where's my Tekken spreadsheet? My other Tekken spreadsheet. Yeah, I'm at 761 hours. So almost 800. We're almost there. And then but 500 on Steam record. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm almost to 800. I'm about 40 hours away from being at 800. And then when I've asked some people I've played though in like tournaments, they're all like 1,000 plus in 8. Like it'd be one thing to be like, yeah, I have like over 1,000 hours with Tekken 7 included, but to be over like 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 hours in Tekken 8 is just crazy to me, considering it's only been a little bit longer than a year. It's crazy to me too because when Tekken 8 came out, between Tekken 8 coming out and Evo, it was like a very purposeful goal of mine to practice, and I was playing like 30 hours a week. 30 hours a week is kind of a lot, in my opinion. Almost too much. It was almost to the point where I'm like, this is too much Tekken. And then, and still, I'm still not even at. Granted, once Evo passed, I did down like 10 hours a week. That's probably where I'm at now. Is like not even 10, probably less than 10 now, but right around when Evo stopped, 10 hours a week. And it still feels like a lot of Tekken. And there's people out here who, you've got to be doing like almost 3 times as much Tekkening as me, which is just crazy. Even if I had the time, I couldn't. I'm like too. I don't know if ADHD is the right word, but like I can't do one thing for too long before I need to do something else. So the maximum I could probably do anything for like a single stretch is probably about 6 hours. Before I'm bored, and then or like I need it. Not even just bored. It's just I need to switch up. Speaking of no life Tekken, Makoto started to stream. Wait, he's streaming right now? Or are you just saying he started streaming in general? With his new name. Makoto what is it? Makoto Lijima? I think it's his name now, instead of Makoto Step on Me. He had a base name. I could see how if you're actually trying to like make the content, and I think he is. He's been working on videos, right? Like YouTube videos. If you're actually trying to like get out there with content, you want to have a name that is I mean, I feel like that'd be fine, I guess. But it does have certain connotations that probably brings with it a certain kind of crowd. So if you're trying to have a more general crowd that you appeal to, then yeah, you want to have a not quite such a gooner name, so to speak. Oh boy. All right, well, we've done about 2.5 hours of this. Who isn't a DGen out of Tekka players? That's fair. I mean, I guess not me. Which is weird. It's so weird because like I can't do it at home, if that makes sense. Have yet to see a non-DGen Tekken enjoyer. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess even me, I still play a lot, even for not playing that much comparatively. But you know what I love? I mean, I absolutely fucking love playing Tekken offline. Like, when I think about, like, why would I fly to Frosty Faustings to go play Tekken, even though I'm like, there's no shot I'm going to win in the bracket? It's like, it's not actually the bracket. I could care less about the bracket. It's really just, like, being able to run sets with people who are better than me. And, like, being able to do that in, like, a 24/7 venue to, like, 2, 3 in the morning. It's just, like, it's, like, such an enjoyable experience. It reminds me of, like, when I first got into Tekken. It was like me and my homies in our college dorm doing the exact same thing. Like when I got in Tekken Tag 2, it was really just me and the homies in the dorm. And it was just like, there's like 6 of us, and we just rotate onto the sticks, just fighting each other, beating each other up, get some pizza, get some wings, play till late in the night. So you missed the arcade era? Yeah. I don't know that I'd enjoy it as much. I don't know that I'd enjoy it as much in an arcade. Maybe. I mean, I certainly wouldn't enjoy it if I'm having to like put in a quarter every time. But there is something about like all the people, right? I guess that would make it enjoyable. The people you'd meet and like the crew you'd be able to like build up from that. You don't have to if you keep winning. Wait, if you win, is it free or loser pays? Like what? How does that work? I mean, somebody's got to put a quarter in, right? At first, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could see it. I kind of wish, I wish the arcade here in downtown wasn't so bad for Tekken. It is a really good arcade in general, though. It's just their Tekken setup is, the Tekken lineup is just bad. If you get matched up at the arcade and you win, you just go back to arcade mode until someone, I got you. Yeah, they had the couple times I've been, they had it's funny, the second time I went there actually wasn't for the arcades because there's a bunch of DJs there, like doing like a DJ thing. and it's cool that they hosted that there. But yeah, their Tekken 8 was like 4 patches out of date, and then they had like I think the arcade version of Tekken 7. And the sticks they had, the levers they had were just like this is not even fun to play. Super stiff levers they had. You get matched up at the arcade and you win. You just go back to arcade mode until someone challenges. I see. Arcade version of Tekken 7. I think it is. Whatever version it is, it's like it wasn't familiar to me from like. I mean, I feel like I played enough Tekken 7 that I wouldn't be like lost. Not that I was lost, but it was just weird. It was a weird version of Tekken 7. Yeah, it's like some Tekken something. It's not like it had some other name with it. And I was like, Fated Retribution, Tekken 7 Fated Retribution. That's what they have. Which is cool. I'd like it more if the stick they had wasn't fucking a 40-pound stick. You have to be like you have to like I couldn't do like a single crouch dash with that stick because the stick is just like so heavy. And unfortunately you can't like it's not something where like you could even bring a controller and plug it in. You're just stuck with their stick that they've got on there. Built into the cabinet. And then they have the Tekken 8 cabinet with the same kind of stick. But I know that like that's got to be a PS5 in there or something. So up to 65 on the grommet for really? Wow. I feel like it would make like doing a Doria pretty hard though, right? Like the more pressure you need to put on, your wrist couldn't take it. I mean, I'm like a fairly strong guy, and I was like having trouble with this stick. And in my head, I was like, why would they do this? Like, surely, like I might be able to manage, but like, there's no way a little kid manages with this stick. It's easier because it gets back to neutral faster. Okay, fair enough. Not that little kids are, necessarily going to run up to Tekken 7 when they go to an arcade, but if they wanted to, the way the sticks were configured or however they were set, it was like, there's no way little kids are coming up and playing this for long, You'll wear your hand and wrist out. Fated Retribution, Shaheen was busted. Huh. I mean, Shaheen's, I guess he maybe wasn't in later versions of 7, but I feel like he's kind of busted in 8 right now. Not busted, though. He's not the most busted. He's just very strong. Yeah, offline Tekken is something else. I love it. I love it. Anyways, we've been going for a bit here tonight, so we'll do a bit of a raid. Raid Mr. Smoke since he's still left. And then we'll be back with our regularly scheduled Tekken programming on Tuesday. On Tuesday we should be back. But other than that, I'll see y'all. Thanks for hanging out, Snapple and Crispy and whoever else was lurking. I'll say what's up to Mr. Smoke. He's playing Elden Ring Night Rain, which is, I think, in a beta this weekend or something like that. So, but I'll catch y'all later. Peace.